In India, you must take a train. Train is the lifeline of transportation in the subcontinent. It was surprisingly easy for me to get on the train. However, getting off the train is a completely different matter. You have about a 3-foot drop from the level of the train car to the platform itself. But just to make things more interesting, you have about 1.5 foot gap between the platform and the train itself. So how do I get down?
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Sujatha.
We knew you as willing to travel.
I was traveling all over the world, but then came the pandemic.
I was traveling too, but I had a stroke in 2016. And now together we're going to travel the world, rediscovering romance and adventure.
New Delhi. Well, you have to understand that a train station in India is not like a train station in North America. Now, how do I get through the teeming population to simply get on the platform? Well, there is a man that takes me on a golf cart. Now, if you've ever wanted to learn how to hold on quickly in your life, take a golf cart in the Delhi train station. So I'm sitting on the golf cart beside the driver, and he has no concept of caution. So we're traveling at a very quick rate across platforms, through crowds, where there are people holding bills of whatever it is, cotton on their heads. We're hanging on for dear life.
And the guy must have been going, I'm kidding you not, 50 kilometers an hour along this platform. Now, one platform up the other, and we're here. Ahead of time. I was actually excited. Well, here we are on the train. Thank the higher powers. Okay, the train ride, boarding it was, I had to take a couple steps up on a ladder type of structure, which is a little bit of a challenge, but I'm here now.
It was surprisingly easy for me to get on the train. However, getting off the train is a completely different matter. You have about a 3-foot drop from the level of the train car to the platform itself. But just to make things more interesting, you have about 1.5 foot gap between the platform and the train itself. So how do I get down? I can go up a ladder very easily, but given that I have to go backwards with limitations on one side of my body, it becomes rather risky. This has to be done quickly because there are 1 million people per day that come and go throughout the Calcutta station. So we have coolies on the one hand saying, "Sir, jump, just jump. It'll be okay." There are only 2 choices. I either stay on the train forever or I get off the train. In making a miscalculation, I could fall into the tracks between the train itself and the 1.5 foot gap. Somebody finally commandeered a very old luggage cart that looked like it was from the pre-independence times and said, "Sir, just jump." Well, that was only about 1.5 foot or 2 feet to drop, but there is actually no platform. There are only iron bars that are reinforcing what should be the floor of the cart. I took a deep breath, tried to be as accurate as possible, and kind of like lowered myself with a slow jump somehow to the cart. What a big relief. I made it.
I won't sugarcoat it. Indian rails are magical, but it's not for everyone. It's not for the faint of heart. And if you prefer a cautious approach, there's a very robust network of airports in India. But if you want to follow in our footsteps, here's our tips. Booking your tickets can be quite tricky, and the Indian system is online, but it requires an expertise that I think only people born in India seem to have, so don't be afraid to go to an outside ticket agent. And so it's not really that expensive though by Western standards. For example, the train travel that you saw, where we had a first-class sleeper car from New Delhi to Kolkata, cost us about $85 Canadian. If you're a Western tourist, I'd recommend that you go for at least a second class or first class ticket unless you are very adventurous. Before you get to the railway station, familiarize yourself with the platforms and with the train station itself. Many of these stations are built a long time ago and they may lack any accessibility at all, and platforms might be upstairs or downstairs. While the Indian Railway site claims that you can arrange accessibility in advance, in my experience that's more of a theoretical idea. It means you'll probably find a wheelchair at the station and then you can hire a coolie once you're there. You may get a discounted fare for having a disability, but I think that the bureaucratic rules around it might be too not worth the effort. Everything happens at the train station, so arrive early and look for men wearing red shirts. And those are called coolies, and they're registered with the train station and they can help you with your luggage and getting on the train. Be patient when dealing with the coolies. Many of them are poor laborers and they may not understand very much English. So carry plenty of 100 rupee notes and you will have to negotiate the prices on the spot. While there are posted rates, and usually they range from about 100 to 200 rupees per service or per bag, in our experience we got wildly different rates. So your negotiation skills will come in handy here. Also stay alert for potential thieves in the railway station. These are crowded railway stations with a lot of people in there. Don't leave your bags unattended and keep an eye out for purse snatchers. Indian Railways is notorious for its excellent food, but they also have an app where you can order from caterers and restaurants along the route. Using a restroom on a moving train can be very tricky. So plan your bathroom breaks during the train stops if you have to, and you can track the rail route on the Indian Railways app and the stops as well. Relax and enjoy the magic of the train take you away, and also claim that lower sleeper berth. Remember though, at the end of the trip, the train staff will ask you for tips, so keep 100 rupee notes handy. If you're staying at a 3-star or higher hotel, you might want to arrange your pickup with the hotel. The drivers have the authorizations to get to the train station, which often requires a special authorization, and more importantly, they're less likely to cheat you or harm you. And there you have it. These are our tips. Now let's get out there and have your own train adventure. Please subscribe to our channel, Fierce Travel.
So do it.